Chapter 8. Bloodline Secrets. The first sighting came from a farmer near Caerphilly. He'd gone to check on his sheep before sunrise and claimed he saw a shadow glide across the moon, wings the size of rooftops, a body that glowed like burning gold. By noon, half the village was talking about it. By nightfall, 3 more surfaced. One from a hiker in the Brecon Beacons, one from a train passenger near Cardiff, one from a child in Barry, who pointed to the sky and whispered, "The Fire Lady's come back." None of them knew her name, but the magical world did, and some remembered another name too. Older, hidden in whispers. A woman who once cursed a bloodline and vanished into bone and shadow, a queen sealed in flesh. They used to say her magic bled through time, that when dragons returned, so would she. They weren't wrong. In the deep chamber beneath the council hall, silence stretched across the stone floor like oil. The walls hummed faintly with containment wards, old ones reinforced lately. No one admitted it aloud, but they all felt the same thing. The council had lost control. Maela stood at the center table, now unmistakably in command. Whether they liked it or not, the Cono had appointed her. And while not everyone agreed, not everyone dared say it out loud either. Marked parchments glowed faintly with ley line interference. Dozens of points now spiraled outward from one source. Decima Wren, Elric muttered. She's the center of it all. She's not hiding anymore, Ysfael said. And the dragons are moving in patterns, coordinated, controlled. No, claimed, Maela corrected, her voice calm but absolute. They're bowing. That word lingered. None of them said what they were all thinking. The severance spell had failed. Not resisted, rejected. The magic had recognized her as whole, more than bonded, more than witch or dragon. Something new, or something ancient. And the child? Ysfael asked. She's still carrying it, Elric confirmed. And it's beginning to pulse through the ley lines. I felt it myself 2 nights ago, beneath the shimmer in the eastern ridge. Maela's tone sharpened slightly. Then we're already late. We need presence in the sanctuary. Trusted eyes, closer than spells. There was a pause. Then a voice from the shadows, smooth, calm, practiced. I'll go. A figure stepped forward. Dark cloak, eyes like cut glass, smile razor thin. Maela didn't react, but the others turned. Maela already knew who it was. Maela always knew before the others did. You've already reported from inside, Elric said cautiously. Maela remained still, letting him speak, for now. Maela gave the faintest nod. Yes, but she's opening up, she said. She's letting me near the bonded younglings, near the fire pits. I'm almost at the inner circles. Ysfael folded his arms. And what are you hoping to find? Maela's expression didn't change. Proof confirmation? The unborn is stirring with magic? Not dragon, not witch, both. And you think Decima suspects nothing? Mairwen asked. Maela turned her gaze toward her, unbothered. She suspects many things, but suspicion isn't proof, and I know how to keep dragons calm. Mairwen's jaw tightened, but she didn't argue. She rarely did anymore. Not when Maela's orders came stamped by the Cono. But it didn't mean she liked it. Maela didn't flinch under her glare. She already knows me, she said. She trusts the healer, the one who stood in the sanctuary, who stitched dragons back together. That's who I'll be. Elric frowned. You're suggesting we use your existing identity. She knows me as Maela, the woman said coolly, but not as what I truly am. Not as counsel. Not as Cono. Mairwen looked unconvinced. She's not stupid. No, Maela agreed. She's dangerous, but she's also bonded, distracted. I'll move carefully, quietly, as I always have. Ysfael stepped closer to the map table. This shimmer, he said, tapping a glowing mark near the coast, was spotted just before Decima emerged again. We don't know what it is. A fracture? A crossing? Maela's gaze lingered on it. It's her bond with the dragons, she said. It's changing the land. That's what worries me, Mairwen muttered. But Maela ignored her tone. Elric Ysfael, she ordered. Begin containment circles at the 3 strongest nodes. Don't engage. Just observe. And if she sees us? Ysfael asked. Then you vanish, Maela said without hesitation. Or we lose everything. Maela turned to leave, her charm still warm beneath her robes. But the door didn't close. From the far end of the chamber, where the light refused to reach, another figure stepped forward, her cloak dragging across the stone like silk soaked in ash. Merin Aderyn, Her voice slid into the space like oil through water. Before you all scatter like frightened birds, perhaps we should speak plainly. Maela stopped mid-step but didn't turn yet. Mairwen's jaw clenched. Elric straightened. Only Ysfael dared speak. "You're late," he said flatly. "I'm never late," Merin replied, gliding forward. "I arrive exactly when you've all finished pretending you're in control." Maela turned slowly now, her shoulders square. "This isn't your chamber." "No," Merin said calmly. "It belongs to the Cono now, like everything else." The room dropped in temperature, as if the walls themselves had heard her. Maela's face didn't move. Her stillness was deliberate, a reminder that she, not Merin, held the title now. Merin's eyes flicked to her. "You're not Cono." "Oh, but I am," Maela said softly. "Not by blood, by command. You weren't chosen, I was." Merin's smile didn't reach her eyes. "Not by power, then. Just convenience." Her cloak shimmered faintly, not with cast magic, but as if something darker moved just beneath its folds. The others shifted, instinctively keeping distance. "You think your charm makes you untouchable, Maela," Merin said. "But you're just another pawn in a long game. Pretty hands, tame voice, obedient." Maela raised her chin. "I do what needs to be done. And I do what no one else will," Merin said. "That's the difference." Elric finally spoke, his voice cold. "If you're here to throw threats, leave. We have plans to finalize." "Oh, I'm not threatening," Merin said, stepping closer to the central circle. "I'm clarifying. Decima is no longer just a fracture. She's a doorway, and what she carries is dangerous." "Then we contain her," Ysfael said. Merin's eyes glittered. "No, we intercept." Maela's voice was ice. "What do you mean, intercept?" Merin turned slowly, her cloak brushing the stone. "If we wait for Decima to give birth, we lose control. But if we strike before, extract the essence before it takes form, what grows inside her becomes ours." "You're talking about the unborn," Elric said, appalled. "I'm talking about power," Merin snapped. "Power that could rewrite the line of dragons. Bonded not to instinct, but to us, to the Cono." "That's forbidden," Ysfael said, stepping forward. Merin tilted her head. "So is letting the world burn because you were too afraid to act." Maela didn't interrupt, not yet. But her silence was cold enough to sting. "You're suggesting soul severance before full formation," she said at last, quiet but cutting. "That's not just dark. That's soulbound war." "I'm suggesting strategy," Merin said. "One no one else here is brave enough to consider." Elric moved beside Maela. "This council doesn't authorize such acts." Merin's mouth twitched. "This council doesn't know what it's authorizing anymore. You still think the Cono asked permission?" And then she revealed it. A faint glowing mark across her collarbone. A Cono brand. Old and mostly hidden unless seen by residual spelllight. The sight of it chilled the room. "You don't know what they allow," Merin said softly. "But I do." She turned, her final words echoing through the chamber like a blade drawn across glass. "Decima carries a weapon. I won't let it bloom beyond our reach." And then she vanished into the shadows, her presence lingering long after her footsteps had gone. The chamber remained still. No one moved. No one spoke. Maela stepped forward and placed both hands on the map table. Fingers spread over the parchment. The glowing markers flickered in response. "She's not wrong about the threat," Maela said at last, her voice controlled but heavy. "But we are not Cono. We don't mutilate children before they draw breath." Ysfael nodded. "Then we need another plan. One that protects Decima, or controls her without destroying what she is." Mairwen looked unconvinced. "You saw what she became in the valley. You felt it in the air. She's not just a witch anymore. She's something else." "Then we adapt," Maela said firmly. "Or we lose everything." Far above them, the shimmer in the sky pulsed again. A crack of power, trembling across the ley lines. And somewhere in that fracture, in the growing chaos between what was and what could be, Decima flew. Her wings sliced through clouds, her skin glinting with silver fire, her eyes set on the horizon. She didn't know the full truth of what stirred beneath her. But the bond pulsed stronger with every heartbeat. Something ancient had begun to rise. And it had her name written in flame.